We are back at 8:12 with timely vacation travel tips. Spring break right around the corner, and experts expect the number of travelers to surpass pre-pandemic levels. So this morning, we've called in two experts to share everything you need to know about deals, booking, and protecting your trip in case of any unexpected changes. Let's start with NBC's Tom Costello at Reagan National Airport for us this morning. So, Tom, to say the air travel landscape is, well, interesting is an understatement. How are they preparing so we don't see some of these nightmare scenarios unfold again?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the airlines really think that they have staffed up appropriately, that they are backfiring on all cylinders following the meltdown that we saw over the summer. And then, of course, we had the major issues specifically involving Southwest Airlines over the holidays. They all say that they have learned and they are staffed up and they're ready. But a few tips if you're going to be traveling yourself. First of all, make sure you try as best as you can to take an early flight. The earlier, the better. And the reason for that is because usually that plane will have been sitting there at your airport overnight. So if you can, you're not going to be dependent upon that flight coming in from another city. Avoid taking tight connections. Give yourself enough time. If you are going to go from one city to another and then on to your final destination, give yourself enough room so that if you're delayed going into that layover city, you are still going to make your connecting flight. Keep tabs on your incoming aircraft. In other words, if you're waiting for your plane and you know it's coming from city X that just had a snowstorm, be aware of that. That could delay the flight. And then lastly, you also need to keep an eye on an alternative airport option. If you're living on the south side of Denver, for example, my hometown, might Colorado Springs be a better airport to fly out of? Almost every city has a close-by alternative airport. Consider those as you're booking your flights.
Okay, what else to kind of set your family up for success in getting there in one piece?
Yeah, well, you know, I've been looking at what are the cheapest days to fly, and people ask me this every single day, or the cheapest days to buy your ticket. That's really hard anymore to figure out. But the cheapest days to fly appear to be right now the following: Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Now, the cheapest days to buy your ticket, I got to say, that's hard to pin down anymore. It used to be Tuesday. At this point, it's whenever you can find a good deal. It is usually the best to buy your ticket at least 38 days out. Sometimes you'll get a good price at about 38 days out. And then set a flight alert on some of your travel apps. And they'll tell you if the flight you want, if the ticket you want is dipping below a certain level or to your target price. Hopefully that would give you the chance to then jump on the deal.
Okay, and we've also heard a lot of stories about cancellations or schedule adjustments. What do you do if you're in that situation?
If the airline cancels your flight because they've got a mechanical, for example, well, first of all, any cancellation, you're entitled to a full refund. If they cancel your flight because of a mechanical and then you're sitting at the airport for hours on end, you could be entitled to a voucher. If that keeps you at your airport, if you can't fly out till the next day, then the airline would also have to, in theory, give you a night in a hotel. But listen, if it's Mother Nature that is delaying you or canceling your flight, no, then you're not going to get a free night in the hotel and probably not going to get a free meal. The airline is still obligated to give you the refund. But if it's Mother Nature that's behind all of this, unfortunately, you're kind of on your own.
Yeah, that's the gamble. All right, Tom, thank you very much. Tom Yamas.
All right, Savannah, thank you. We've covered your plane tickets. Now let's figure out where to stay. Travel expert Mark Ellwood is here with insider tips and tricks. Mark, good morning. I was just telling you, I just booked my spring break travel. I got slaughtered. We're paying a lot of money, and it was really complicated. There's so many websites out there now to find the best hotel room. I didn't find the right website. What do you recommend?
We are here to help you now.
Okay.
Go straight to the hotel's own website. Typically these days, you will get the best price there because they figured out if they don't want to split the commission with an online travel agent, sell it to you directly. But that's not the only way to get a great deal. If you join a hotel's loyalty program, something like World of Hyatt, you'll often get a little more money off. You should check Costco or AAA if you're a member.
Costco? Okay.
Costco has a travel area on its website. AAA has a deal with Best Western at the moment, $25 voucher up to 4 nights. You get $100 back. And remember, if it's an independent hotel, call them, email them. Not at a busy time, check in, check out. Say, can you work with me on the price?
You know, I found wherever you wanted to go, whether you wanted to ski or whether you want to go to the beach, whatever you want to do for spring break, it was expensive. What are some destinations people should be looking for that there are deals?
You're really feeling this, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I live this.
I would say look at the endless summer destinations. Think of the places, you know, the Kennebunkports, the Jersey Shores, the gorgeous California coasts. Typically, they were only open for a much shorter season in the summer because of climate change, because of economics, they want to extend those seasons. Check if your favorite hotel opening a little earlier. Maybe the weather will be a little more hit and miss, but you'll get a great deal.
So Tom in Savannah reminded me of something. You can book this great vacation. Your flight gets canceled. What do you do with the hotel? Do you have any negotiating power?
Remember, you don't have any legal rights to get something from the hotel, so you're operating from persuasion. What you need to do the minute something happens, contact your hotel and say, look, could you work with me? Could you refund that first night? If they can't, negotiate and say, can you give me some loyalty points, which is really like money in kind? Or then say, what about a spa treatment? Can you just make good on some of the money I can't use? If you have real problems and they're not working with you, I'd look at a site called Roomer, R-O-O-M-E-R, Travel, which is a way to resell your non-refundable room. You're not going to get the full price, but you might get some money back.
That's pretty incredible. Never heard of that. Okay, Mark Ellwood, I'm going to start with you next time. Mark, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.